The desert air was already electric. Thousands of fans packed into the Coachella grounds, their energy pulsing through the night as lights flickered across the massive stage. It was weekend 2, and expectations were already sky high. Every beat, every lyric, every movement from the stage was being absorbed by a crowd hungry for unforgettable moments. And right at the center of it all stood Sabrina Carpenter, delivering a performance that was polished, vibrant, and full of charisma. She had the audience exactly where she wanted them, singing along, dancing, completely locked into her world. But what no one in that crowd knew was that the night was about to shift into something far bigger than anyone had imagined. The performance was flowing smoothly, each transition landing perfectly. Sabrina was moving through her setlist with confidence, commanding the stage like a seasoned star. The crowd was already in a frenzy, reacting to every high note and every beat drop. And then, something subtle changed. The music began to shift. It wasn't abrupt, but it was noticeable enough to make people pause. There was a different energy building, something unfamiliar yet strangely exciting. And then, in a moment that felt almost unreal, she appeared. Madonna stepped onto the stage. For a split second, the crowd froze as if their brains needed a moment to catch up with what their eyes were seeing. And then, chaos erupted. Screams tore through the air, phones shot up instantly, and the entire atmosphere transformed into pure, uncontrollable excitement. This wasn't just a surprise guest. This was Madonna, a global icon, a living legend, someone whose influence had shaped pop music for decades. The energy in the crowd skyrocketed to a level that words can barely describe. People were shouting, crying, laughing, completely overwhelmed by the magnitude of what was unfolding in front of them. It wasn't just a performance anymore. It had become a moment in history. Sabrina, clearly feeling the weight of what was happening, leaned into the moment instead of stepping back. She didn't hesitate. Instead, she embraced it fully, allowing the performance to evolve in real time. The connection between the two artists was immediate and undeniable. It wasn't forced. It wasn't rehearsed to perfection. It felt raw, real, and completely alive. And then came the sound that sent the crowd over the edge, the unmistakable beat of Vogue. As soon as those iconic notes filled the air, the audience exploded. The song carried decades of cultural significance, instantly transporting fans into a different era while still feeling completely relevant in the present. Madonna didn't just perform it, she owned it, just as she always had. And now, sharing that moment with Sabrina, it felt like a passing of energy from one generation to the next. Both artists stood side by side, commanding attention in bold, striking lace bodysuits that added a layer of visual intensity to the performance. Their presence was magnetic. Every movement, every gesture, every glance between them carried meaning. It wasn't just about the music, it was about the moment they were creating together. As the performance continued, the energy shifted again, this time into something more emotional. The opening lines of Like a Prayer began to echo through the crowd, and suddenly, everything felt deeper. The chaos softened into something more connected, more powerful. Their voices blended in a way that felt almost symbolic. Madonna's legendary tone carrying years of history, and Sabrina's voice representing the future. Together, they created something that felt timeless. The crowd sang along, thousands of voices merging into one, creating an atmosphere that was both intimate and massive at the same time. It was one of those rare moments where everything aligns perfectly: the music, the emotion, the timing. And then, something unexpected happened again. Amid the familiar sounds, there were hints of something new. A melody that didn't quite match any known track. A rhythm that felt fresh, almost like a preview of something yet to be released. Fans immediately picked up on it, their curiosity ignited. Was this a teaser? A hidden glimpse into what's coming next? Speculation began instantly. Some believed it was part of a new project. Others thought it might be connected to a rumored continuation of one of Madonna's most iconic musical eras. Whatever it was, it added another layer of intrigue to an already unforgettable performance. But beyond the excitement and speculation, there was something much deeper happening beneath the surface. This moment wasn't just about surprise or spectacle. It was about time. More specifically, it was about a full circle. 20 years earlier, Confessions on a Dance Floor had marked a defining moment in Madonna's career, and back then, she had stood on that very same festival stage, introducing a sound and style that would go on to influence an entire generation. Now, 2 decades later, she was back, same festival, same energy, but a completely different moment in time. The significance of that wasn't lost on her or on the audience. There was something almost poetic about it, a sense that everything had come back around, connecting past and present in a way that felt both emotional and powerful. For Madonna, it wasn't just another performance. It was a reflection, a reminder of how far she had come and how much she had contributed to the world of music. And for the audience, it was a chance to witness that legacy in real time. That as the performance continued, there were moments where everything seemed to slow down. The lyrics of Like a Prayer carried a weight that went beyond the music itself. Lines that had been sung for decades suddenly felt new again, infused with fresh emotion and context. It wasn't just nostalgia. It was evolution. Sabrina Carpenter, standing beside one of the most influential artists in history, was experiencing something that would likely shape her career forever. You could see it in her expressions, the excitement, the disbelief, the gratitude. This wasn't just another night for her. This was a defining moment. Later, she would describe the experience as something incredibly special, something she hadn't fully processed yet. And that makes sense. Moments like this don't just pass by. They stay with you. They become part of your story. What made this collaboration so powerful wasn't just the star power involved. It was what it represented. To generations of artists coming together not in competition, but in connection. It sent a clear message about the nature of music itself, that it isn't bound by time, that it doesn't belong to just one era, that it continues to grow, evolve, and connect people across different generations. And in that moment, that message was louder than ever. As the final notes echoed across the desert, the crowd erupted once again. But this time, it wasn't just excitement. It was appreciation, a recognition that they had just witnessed something rare. Something that couldn't be recreated, something that would be talked about for years to come. Within minutes, clips of the performance began flooding social media. Fans who were there shared their experiences, trying to capture the feeling of what it was like to be in that crowd. Those who weren't there watched in awe, wishing they could have experienced it firsthand. Words like iconic, legendary, and unforgettable were used over and over again. And for once, they didn't feel exaggerated, because this moment truly was all of those things. But beyond the viral reactions and trending clips, there was a deeper takeaway. This performance reminded everyone why live music still holds such a powerful place in culture. In a world dominated by streams and digital content, moments like this proved that nothing can replace the energy of a live audience. Witnessing something unexpected. It's unpredictable. It's emotional. And when it happens, it creates memories that last far beyond the performance itself. For Madonna, this was yet another chapter in a career filled with groundbreaking moments. Even after decades in the industry, she continues to surprise, to innovate, and to remain relevant in a constantly changing landscape. For Sabrina Carpenter, it was a glimpse into the future, a sign that she's not just part of the current wave of pop music, but someone who can stand alongside legends and create moments that matter. And for everyone watching, it was a reminder of why we fall in love with music in the first place. Because sometimes, in the middle of a performance, something unexpected happens, something magical, something that connects the past, the present, and the future all at once. Music fades out slowly, and for one unforgettable night at Coachella, that's exactly what happened.